Emma Mazzarone. If you tuned in last night, you saw her come in relief, put up an inning and a third, where she got the Hokies out of a jam and then was able to help protect the lead before Lindsey Grind came in to close it out for the Hokies. Today, a big switch in the lineup for Georgia. The lineup goes Digby, Kearney, Davis, Kuma, Chambly, Mosley, Goodwin, Armistead, Goodnight. The big swap is Digby and Goodnight. Digby moves to first, Goodnight moves to ninth in the lineup. And so the freshman who picked up her first home run last night now leads it off for Georgia today. Taken outside. So 3-0 for Digby to start. Of course, Digby last weekend, it had gotten a little bit of news how she was cost her first career home run because of a runner leaving the bag early, stepping off the bag. Nonetheless, as that one fires in for a strike, she picks up her first career run, and as the Georgia Twitter account said, made a little fun at it and said, "We're for real this time," and she certainly was for real as she rounded the bases to make it a one-run game. Ultimately, Georgia a little bit short on the comeback, but they find themselves back in a rematch today. The 3-1 pitch. That one finds the corner. So Mazzarone works the count from 3-0 back to 3-2. The Hokies in the white jerseys and the white pants, with Georgia going with the red jerseys and the red pants today. Hit on to right field as McMillan goes back, and she runs out of room. Digby, 2 days, 2 home runs, she rounds the bases. So Digby gets moved up to the leadoff hitter, and she produces an opposite field home run to start.
And second for the Dogs, right fielder number 8, Jacob Kearney.
Kearney now steps in. Kearney, one of the biggest threats in this lineup for the Bulldogs. She takes the first pitch for a ball, leaves her with a 1-0 count. Fires back in, evens up the count at 1-1. Mazzarone sitting right around 66 miles per hour with the fastball. The 1-1. Kearney tries to check the swing, and they say she does. Make it a 2-1 count. Umpires today, Liz Hammerschmidt behind home plate, Tammy Cooper down at first, and Don Brown, the third base umpire for today's game. Taken outside now, 3-1. We saw the Hokies put the first runs on the board last night. A solo shot in the first inning and then a solo shot in the second inning. Today, Georgia puts the runs on the board first. Big swing and a miss from Kearney. Full count, here comes the pitch. Kearney fouls this one. So we'll reset and try again, 3-2. Big swing and a miss. Mazzarone gets the strikeout. It's Lindy Ray Davis that now steps in the box. She was the designated player last night, gets the start behind the plate in game 1 of the doubleheader for Georgia. They'll play Radford right after this game at 3 o'clock scheduled for the first pitch. The 0-1 offering. Just a bit inside, maybe a bit low too, so make it 1-1. So Mazzarone misses on that one. Of course, we talked about how she came in relief 1 1/3 inning last night. She's now over 17 innings pitched on the year, a 3-1 win-loss record. She comes in with a pretty stellar 1.21 ERA. This is again 3-1. Mazzarone facing Davis at the plate, 3-1. Big swing and a miss from Davis. Full count. Davis hits it on the ground to second. Fielded and thrown over from Fagan to Leggett for out number 2. Sydney Kuma last night had a big RBI, well, 2 RBI single in the 5th inning that had put the Bulldogs ahead before the Hokies responded later. She comes into today with a .621 average. Her slugging percentage at an even 1,000, and her OPS sits at almost 17. She swung at the first pitch, making an 0-1 count. Takes this one just outside and finds the corner. Kuma quickly down 0-2. We've seen Kuma be aggressive early in the count. That time, she took the off speed on the outside corner. Kuma hits it sharply over to Peck at third, who makes the play and fires over to first. Where the Hokies were able to pull off the upset. It's where the season ended for the Hokies last year, and it felt like they got a little bit of revenge coming back and getting a victory versus Georgia last night. And that was Georgia's first loss of the season, and so far they've responded with putting up a run in the first inning to take an early 1-0 lead. It's Corey McMillan, who had a solo home run in the 2nd inning yesterday, that comes to the plate. That one off the plate, so 2-0. McMillan hit her first home run of the year, and she had a pretty big offensive day yesterday. Produced 2 hits in the first game, had a solo home run in the second. So Kerpix falls behind 3-0. Kerpix comes in now a senior here at Georgia. who has been on this roster for a few years now, as that one taken for ball 4. But she's grown on this roster, as last year she comes off an all-SEC second team nomination and is in the mix of things to be one of the main pitchers that this Georgia squad is going to rely on. So Kerpix gives up the leadoff walk. It'll give way to Chatfield that comes to the plate, the designated player today. Taken right down the middle, Kerpix finds the zone. She went off speed on that one. Excuse me, it's not Chatfield, it's Peck that comes to the plate. Peck had a big night last night. And she finds this one fair down the left field line. Running is McMillan, who rounds third and will score. The Hokies tie it back up. And so it looks like Coach Tony Baldwin's now going to come out and ask if they can look at this to see. And so they keep that a fair ball, at least from our advantage point, not enough, you would think, to overturn the original call. And Bree Peck ends up with an RBI double. And the Hokies have scored a run, and they haven't gotten out yet in the inning. Now it's Chatfield that comes to the plate, runner in scoring position, in Peck. Taken down low. So 2-0 as Kerpix went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning and struggled a bit here to start. Had the leadoff walk and then Peck with the RBI double. Lifted down the left field line, but well foul. So add a strike to the count, now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch runs a bit inside and low. So 3-1 to Michelle Chatfield. Chatfield enters today, .333 average. And it's hit .412 with runners in scoring position. Kerpix to Chatfield. Chatfield fouls this one away up into the booth and out of play. Count full will reset. The off speed will bounce to the plate. And so 2 walks in the inning given up by Kerpix. Coach Tony Baldwin's going to call time and go to the circle. Kerpix struggling to throw strikes here in this second inning, and it looks like we have a little bit of action down in the Georgia bullpen right now. At least a couple players getting up and loosening up. Maybe not warming up, so to speak, but some action starting. Looks like the Lily Backus now up and throwing. Backus had the start yesterday against Virginia Tech, got pulled after only 2 innings. She gave up 2 solo shots, one in the first, one in the second. It was Walters that then finished the game yesterday, throwing the rest of the 5 innings to complete the 7.
Now batting first base number 9, Emily Leggett.
So after time, Peck on second, Chatfield on first. At the plate, Emily Leggett, the freshman. First pitch swinging and fouled down the left field line. The 0-1. Check swing. They say she did not go. Leggett takes that one outside. 2-1. She's ahead in the count now. We saw the Hokies respond after they went down yesterday, and they've done the same today. A chance to add more here. 2-1 pitch. Leggett hits it back to Kerpix, who throws over to first. The runners will advance to second and third, but now 2 down in the inning. So Kerpix helps herself, makes the play, and that all-important first out of the inning, but still runners in scoring position now for the Hokies. They are going to make a change. So Chatfield will come out and they'll put some speed on the bases. And it's going to be Sarah McNelly that enters the game for Virginia Tech. So they add some speed with Kylie Aldridge that comes to the plate. Aldridge came into the game last night as a replacement at catcher. Today she gets the start at catcher. Aldridge hits this over to first. Play made it first, over at home. They got under the tag, was Peck. Digby got the first out by stepping on the base, and Peck ran on contact. The throw beat her, but she got around the tag from Davis. So they'll trade an out for a run. As we'll go to a replay here. Digby stepping on the bag, quick play made, throw beat. Peck to the plate, but a bit up the line for Davis to handle. We're going to see a little home plate ump. The pinch runner, McNelly, standing on third now with Annika Rose, the shortstop, will round out the order for the Hokies in the box. Hit over near second base where Kuma will take it. It's a 2-run second inning for the Hokies, and they respond to the Georgia's solo shot from the first. We'll head to the home half of the second here on the SEC Network. Back and forth 2 games so far for these Hokies and Bulldogs. Coach Tony Baldwin said after the game yesterday at the crowd that was here at Jack Turner Stadium, as grounded over to second, out is Chambly for out number 1. Coach Tony Baldwin for the Bulldogs had said the crowd made it feel like a late season game. It felt like a May game in February, and it certainly felt like both teams were playing a high level of softball last night and knew it was a big game that could go either way. So it's Sarah Mosley that now steps to the plate. Third baseman for the Bulldogs. The 1-0 pitch, Mosley swings through. And so we had mentioned that there was some action when Kerpix had gotten into trouble in the second inning. She was able to get out of it as Mosley, we'll watch that one go by. Currently, no action down in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. Looks like this is Kerpix's game to stay in. Strike called as Mosley tried to hold up and check the swing. 2-2 goes the count. The 2-2 pitch. Outside and they ring her up. Mazzarone picks up her first strikeout of the day. Excuse me, second strikeout of the day. As now Jaden Goodwin comes to the plate. Runs inside to Goodwin. Goodwin didn't get to start yesterday, but she did enter the game in the later innings. Today she gets the start as a designated player. Lifted into center field, where Ritter will camp out underneath it and out number 2. Excuse me, out number 3 to end the inning. That'll do it. Georgia go. Ritter flew out to left field her first time up. Ritter enters .356 average on the season. Has 2 home runs and 16 hits. Hit strongly to left field. Turn around and watch it go. Emma Ritter with a solo home run. Make that her 3rd home run on this young season. And the Hokies extend their lead to 3-1.
Now batting, left field, number 6, Addie Green.
Some power at the top of this Hokies lineup as Ritter goes yard on that pitch, and you bring up Addie Green, the 2-hole hitter who had 2 solo home runs yesterday. Strike 1 there, 1-1 count now. Green takes that one outside, 2-1. Kerpix in the circle, part of this 1-2-3 punch for the Georgia staff that has carried the heavy innings so far in this young season as Green fouls it back. Kerpix has entered earlier in the year and out of the bullpen has given starts. has really solidified the position, but today she's struggled in the second and now third inning. Green hits this one left field, just foul. So 2-2 at the plate. Kerpix looks in at the sign. Now time called. The 2-2. Green chops it down over to first. Digby easily steps on the bag. Out number one. Now Cameron Fagan comes up for the Hokies. She grounded out to the shortstop Armistead, her first time up. Now steps in the box for her second time today. Like we said earlier, Fagan yesterday 2 for 4 in that game versus Georgia. Hit into center field where a diving catch from Goodnight gets them out number 2. So Dallas Goodnight helps out her pitcher Kerpix, makes a nice diving grab in center field. Now 2 down in the inning. Brings up Corey McMillan. McMillan walked her first time up. Yesterday she hit in the 6th spot. Today she gets moved up to the 4th spot in the lineup for the Hokies. Takes that one a bit up and in. The 1-1 from Kerpix. McMillan rolls it over to second, and Kuma makes the play to Digby. A solo shot was loud to start from Emma Ritter, but then 3 up and 3 down after it. Armistead had some success last night. Big RBI double early that was hit off the wall. Ended up contributing a 1-for-2 night. Took the first pitch for a ball. Here comes the 1-0. Armistead takes that one for a strike. Last night out of Virginia Tech, they went with the starter Lemley, who they let try to get out of a jam before they brought in Emma Mazzarone. Armistead takes this one up high. Minus the opening home run, Mazzarone is settled in. Here she fires the 2-1 pitch. Armistead hits this over to second base, out of the reach of Fagan, over into right field, where it'll be thrown in, and Armistead holds to a single. So we said earlier, Goodnight gets bumped down from the leadoff spot to now the 9 spot. And she'll hit with a runner on first base. Squares the bunt. Charges in are the corners, that being Leggett and Peck. But Goodnight pulls back. Oh no, Goodnight swings, hit through the infield. Stopping at second is Armistead, and a single for Dallas Goodnight. So Emily Digby now comes back up. First time the solo home run. Squares the bunt is Digby, and she couldn't get it down. So it's Armistead off second, Goodnight off first. No outs and an 0-1 count. We'll see if Digby squares. She does. Can't get that one down either. Looks like it was fouled off that time. So quickly down 0-2. Mazzarone looks at the armband for the sign. Fires in. Gets away from the catcher, Aldridge, and the runners advance to second and third. So Digby couldn't get the bunt down, but the runners advance anyway. And now we'll see Coach Pete DeMoore take time and try to take a breather for his pitcher, Mazzarone. We talked a bit last night about Coach Pete DeMoore, who has ties to the Athens area. He had coached at Kennesaw State, you know. Of course, as we look and there's some action down in the bullpen. Looks like it's Lindsey Grind that gets up and loose down in the Hokie bullpen. But Coach Pete DeMoore had coached at Kennesaw State, has played here many times. Of course, the season ended here last year for the Hokies when they came down to the Athens Regional. But what it sounded like from Coach Pete DeMoore is not only was his wife a student here at the University of Georgia, it sounds like one of his sons has grown up a pretty big Bulldog fan. So that must have felt good to send it back to him last night. 1-2 at the plate, runners on second and third. Fouled out of play. We'll reset that again. Big swing and a miss. They get Digby to go down. So with one out, Jada Kearney will step into the right-handed batter's box. Kearney struck out her first time up. Swinging on first pitch and hits this one out of play. So with Armistead on third and Goodnight on second, Kearney could tie it up with one swing of the bat here. Kearney swings and misses through that one. And now Coach Tony Baldwin will call time. And we'll try to give Jana Curdy a bit of a talking to. Maybe just a situation where, try to settle down the emotions, take a breather. So Coach Baldwin will go back to the box. And so does Jada Kearney. An 0-2 count, one down. Runner second and third. Mazzarone calls time now. This one off the plate, so 1-2 as Mazzarone fires that one in at 69 miles per hour. Kearney just gets a piece of it. Kearney in last night's game went 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Bit of a slow start to the weekend for her, but this could certainly get her out of a little mini slump. 1-2. Kearney takes outside. Now 2-2 at the plate. Kearney hits this one to center field. It's going back. It's going far. A 3-run home run, and the Dogs take the lead. I think she busted out of that mini slump. She puts the Dogs on the board 4-3, and they're ahead. Now Lindy Ray Davis comes into the box. Kearney able to deliver. She had struck out 4 times in her 5 plate appearances, or her 5 at-bats, before she went yard on that pitch. Kearney had fallen behind 0-2, worked the count back to 2-2, and then delivers the big 3-run shot. Now can Mazzarone respond as she fires that one in at 71 miles per hour. Oh, 1 to Davis. Davis hits this one into the gap, but they're able to cut it off was McMillan. Now Sydney Kuma comes back to the plate. She grounded out to third base her first time up. Kuma takes first pitch this time. She was 1 for 4 yesterday. Picked up the 2 RBIs. Takes again outside. That one finds the zone, now 2-1. Foul out of play by Kuma. So if you're just tuning in, you missed some runs via the long ball, especially here in Athens to start out the day. Deuce is wild, 2-2, 2 outs. Swung and hit over to first, and Leggett easily steps on the bag. The Dogs respond with a huge 3-run homer. Peck will lead it off for the Hokies, and Madison Kerpix back out for her third inning in the circle. Off speed, out of the zone. Kerpix today has walked 2 batters, given up 3 earned runs and 2 hits. Davis couldn't come up with that one. The 2-0 pitch from Kerpix is turned, hit high down the left field line. Will the yard hold it? And it will, but not able to get to it was Chambly. So it is a sunny day in Athens, but certainly the wind is blowing, and that one felt like it had a pretty big impact on keeping that out of the stands. 2-1 pitch. Peck hits it high to center field. Goodnight camped out underneath it, out number 1. So Michelle Chatfield stands in, takes ball number 1. Just off the corner, Davis couldn't get the call. 2-0 as Kerpix falls behind again. We'll reset. Chatfield walked her first time up. Swings this time. So 2-1 after the foul ball. Chatfield will get this into left field. And the 1-out single will put a Hokie on first. Now steps in Emily Leggett, the first baseman. Leggett, one of the freshmen on this Hokie team that has been put in a big spot and has produced so far in this young season. Leggett is a rare situation where she played on her high school varsity team for 6 years. She was a member of her high school state championship team as a 7th grader. So no shocker she's able to come in to the ACC in non-conference season and able to put up numbers. She takes the first 2 pitches and leaves her with a 2-0 count. That one finds the outside corner, 2-1. So we've seen Kerpix fall behind 3 consecutive batters. Got away with it the first time to Peck. The second time, Chatfield able to get the single. And now 2-1 to Leggett. Kerpix fires in. Leggett fouls it off into the stands. Now the 2-2. Leggett punches this into left center field. It drops. Rounding second, turning to third. The green light home for Chatfield, who comes to the plate and scores. An RBI double for the freshman Emily Leggett.
Catcher number 11, Kylie Aldridge.
So Kylie Aldridge now comes to the plate. Aldridge hits this to shortstop where Armistead's there for the pop fly.
Now batting, shortstop number 55, Monica Rose.
Now we'll see Davis take time, come to the circle to speak to Kerpix. As Coach Pete DeMoore comes out to make a switch. We'll see a pinch runner come into the game.
Pinch running for the Hokies, number 22, Maya Luco.
It's Maya Luco that comes into pinch run, the senior out of Reston, Virginia. Luco appeared in 34 games last year for the Hokies. A lot of them came via being the pinch runner, so a familiar spot that she enters the game. And right now it's only the 4th inning, but could be that all-important go-ahead run. So with 2 outs and a 1-0 count, Annika Rose at the plate takes high again. Taking that one, finding it as a strike, 2-1 now. Rose takes that one. That finds the zone 2-2. Deuce is wild. Runner on second. 2 outs, 2-2 count. Up high, make it 4. Big 3-2 pitch. Rose swings, hits a liner to Kuma, who fields it for out number 3. The Hokies respond and they tie it back up. We'll head to the home half of the fourth. We'll see if the Dogs respond. And today, as we enter the bottom of the fourth, it's a tie contest. Sidney Chambly, the left fielder, steps in to lead it off in the bottom half of the fourth. Hit sharply past the first baseman, Leggett, into right field. It's into the wall. Chambly will get the stop sign at second and a stand-up double to start.
Now back for the Dogs. Third base, number 33, Sarah Mosley.
Sarah Mosley now steps into the box. Mosley takes first pitch strike. Hit down the right field line, but foul. For Sarah Mosley, it's a 5th year here in Georgia. It feels like it's a roster that has grown with Coach Tony Baldwin since he's taken over as head coach back in the 2022 season. Mosley swings, punches it down the right field line, but lands foul. So Mosley behind 0-2. Takes that one outside. Chambly standing off second with no outs after the leadoff double. Mosley takes this one in the zone and gets away with it. Two now the count at the plate. Go ahead run on second in Chambly. Gets away from the catcher, Aldridge, and Chambly advances over to third. From 0-2 to 3-2, Mosley's worked the count. Mosley swings, chops it over to third. Peck fires, took a look, and gets the out at first. So hit in a spot that just couldn't get Chambly home from third. She'll have to stay on the bag as Jaden Goodwin comes up. First time up, Goodwin flew out to center field. And takes that pitch for a ball, first pitch. Goodwin squares to bunt, tries to put it down, but fouls it back. Maybe a little safety squeeze Georgia was trying to go with, and instead it ends up as a foul ball. The 1-1, Goodwin swings through it. It stays right by the plate. Aldridge able to keep it in front. The 1-2, Goodwin takes outside and they ring her up. After the leadoff double, it's a ground out and a strikeout and 2 down in the inning. Back with 2 outs and a runner on third here in the 4th inning. They bring back on the closing pitcher from last night, Lindsey Grine. Grine did give up a solo home run in the 7th last night, but was able to pick up the 3 outs recorded that they needed to get a victory. Today she comes in, first pitch strike. Strike number 2 as Armistead took that one on the outside. Grine came in, picked up some strikeouts last night, looking for one here. Just got a piece of it. Yesterday, Grine faced 4 hitters. Struck out 3 of them. Looking for a strikeout again. Lift it in the air near the second baseman, Fagan. And Grine comes on and gets the out needed. We remain tied up at 4. We'll head to the 5th inning here on the SEC Network. Yesterday against this Hokie lineup, she came in the 3rd and remained in the rest of the game. She gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs. They were that variety. 3 walks, and ended the game with 93 pitches. We talked a bit about Walters yesterday and how coming into the season she was ranked the number 16 pitcher by D1 softball in the country. 2023 first team All-SEC, her 6th year, 2nd in a Bulldog uniform. So it's Emma Ritter that she faces. And Ritter puts this down the left field line, but foul. Ritter has some accolades herself. 2022 was an All-ACC first-team player, and in 2023 was an All-ACC second-team player. An athletic family, her brother currently a wrestler in the Big Ten Conference at Minnesota. Today, Ritter finds herself in SEC Nation as she punches it down the right field line past the diving Digby. Just going to be held to a single, but a leadoff single it is for Ritter. So Ritter, part of the top of the lineup that they let Walters come in to face. Big player from last night, Addie Green back up. Big swing and a miss from Green. We talked about the athletic family with Emma Ritter. You could say similar things about Addie Green's family. Her aunt and her cousin both play college sports. Here, Addie Green finds herself in the 2 spot in a tie ball game in Athens. She quickly gets down 0-2. A defensive swing fouls that out of play. So Ritter on first, 0-2 count. Hits it over near first where Digby picks it up. It looked like that ball was going to be going foul, but Digby picked it up, and they do call it a foul ball. Because it certainly looked like the ball was trending in foul territory. They say Digby did pick it up in foul territory, so send the runner back and Ritter to first and put Green back in the box. They do. Green takes it down low. The 1-2. Able to get a piece of it was Green. Shelby Walters that time hitting 70 on the radar gun. We'll see if she goes back to the heat here. Green hits it over to short. Armistead, double play, not in time. Armistead fielded the line drive at short and pretty much made the throw to first all in one motion. Ritter was able to get back in time, so out number one.
Now batting second base, number 97, Cameron Fagan.
Cameron Fagan now comes back up to the plate. Takes the off-speed pitch for ball number one. The runner goes down to second and Ritter gets in safely. Ritter will pick up her 9th stolen base of the season. And keeps that perfect 100% stolen base percentage intact. 1-1. Called a ball. 2-1 now. So 1 out. Go ahead run on second. Your number 3 hitter at the plate. Takes high, ball 3. And you'd imagine Shelby Walters in a familiar place. She spent 4 years in the ACC, now pitching against an ACC opponent. Chopper back to Walters, fields an underhand throw to first, out number 2. Walters spent her first 4 years at Duke University. Knows what it's like to face a Hokies team led by Pete Demore. Now faces them today in a Georgia Bulldog uniform, coming off a very impressive first season in a Bulldog uniform. She's back for year number 2. Ball 1 to start against Corey McMillan. McMillan, the right fielder, grounded out to second base her last time up, walked in her first at bat, or plate appearance, so to speak. McMillan chops it to Armistead, fields over to first, and in time for out number 3. Hokies strand a runner at third. We remain tied at 4, headed into the 5th inning stretch. Goodnight squares the bunt, puts it down to third. Peck fields it, throws over to first, not in time. Goodnight legs out a bunt single and gets the go-ahead run on first. So Digby struck out her last time, but homered her first time up. Takes outside. 1-0 to start. Digby takes outside again. Lindsey Grind finds herself in Blacksburg after coming from Illinois, a sophomore that made 26 appearances last year. Now finds herself in the thick of the rotation, so to speak, for the Hokies in the circle this year. Runner takes off in Goodnight, and she gets in easily. Grind really a part of the three players as we have a stop in the action here. But Grind, we said, in kind of the middle of the rotation with Mazzarone, Grizzard. And so we're going to get a review on whether or not Goodnight left early. So they'll take a look at it here. But it's Grind that finds herself with Mazzarone, Grizzard, and Lemley. And so the call stands, just not enough to overturn it. So 3-0 count. The go-ahead run standing on second with no outs in the inning. Digby ahead 3-0. Takes that pitch for a strike. Grind fires in, and it's a 5-pitch walk to Emily Digby. This brings up the dangerous hitter, Jada Kearney, who made a big splash last time up as she sent a 3-run home run over the right center field fence.
Now back for the Dogs, the right fielder, number 8, Jada Kearney.
Runners on first and second. Kearney, first pitch swinging. So it's Goodnight with some speed on second. Digby stands on first. Kearney goes chasing, strike two. Kearney finds herself down 0-2 again. Same as last at-bat. This time she swings through, strikeout to Jada Kearney. Steps into the left side. Looking for a hit to try to see if you can score Goodnight from second. The 1-0 pitch, Davis swings. Foul ball back to the net. Lindy Ray Davis, the junior from Calhoun, Georgia. Tries to check the swing there, and she does as they appeal down to third. Davis ahead 2-1. Grind evens it up 2-2. The big 2-2 pitch to Davis. Bounces in, gets away from Aldridge. Both runners advance. Runners on second and third. We've seen a couple get away from Aldridge. And the tying run just 60 feet away at third base. It's a full count. Grind with the pitch. Davis fouls it out of play.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands.
We'll try it again. 3-2. Davis to right. Davis to right. It's not a tie game anymore. A 3-run homer for Lindy Ray Davis. And the Athens crowd goes wild as Georgia firmly puts themselves up 3 runs. It's been 2 3-run home runs from the number 2 spot and the number 3 spot in the lineup. Jada Kearney and Lindy Ray Davis as Kuma goes first pitch swinging, and she'll single into right field. Chambly squares to bunt. Taking off to second is Kuma. She gets down to second. Looked like there was a bit of hesitation from Sydney Kuma there, but still finds herself safely standing on second. The 0-1 pitch. We see a new pitcher up in the Virginia Tech bullpen. Chambly swings through that pitch. Down in the bullpen, it's Cassie Grizzard, who appears to be loosening up. Part of that 4-person pitching staff that they've relied on early in the season. Chambly takes that. Grizzard warming up in the bullpen, pitched a complete game, 6 innings. in the win versus Radford yesterday for Virginia Tech. She did not face Georgia in game 2 that they played yesterday. So this will be the first time if Cassie Guzar comes in that Georgia would face her, but down goes Chambly. So Chambly retired via the strikeout. Will bring up Sarah Mosley. So Mosley comes on with 2 outs. Sydney Kuma stands at second. Up and in, but it called a strike. 0-1 to start. Fouled back from Mosley. It's been a terrific 2-game series so far for Virginia Tech and Georgia. Last night's game was a thriller, to say the least. And so far this game, both have gone back and forth with some big offensive performances. Here the 0-2 pitch. Mosley takes that one high. Both teams went back and forth last night. And right now, Georgia able to get a 3-run advantage thanks to Lindy Ray-Davis. Mosley at the plate trying to add to it. Swings through it as Grind gets out of the inning. Not before the damage from Lindy Ray-Davis, a 3-run shot to right field, and Georgia finds themselves 6 outs away. But we've seen the Hokies fight back before, and they're going to try to do the same thing again here. So it's Bree Peck that finds herself back up. The 5-spot hitter, the third baseman. So quickly 2-0 now to Bree Peck. Swinging and hit near the Georgia dugout. Foul, 2-1 now. Shelby Walters hitting 70 on the radar gun that time. 70, at least for me, is always the number that kind of pops out. That really goes, wow, that's a fast pitch. And Walters just hits it there. That time, off the plate, 3-1. Would be a huge, huge runner to get on board. Peck would be. Peck hits it into center field where Goodnight will get to it. Out number 1. So Peck flies out to center field. It makes way for Michelle Chatfield to come back up. Chatfield singled her last time up in the 4th inning. She'll start ahead in the count 1-0. She singled in the 4th inning and came around to score. Kuma goes back into shallow right center field and makes the play. 2 up, 2 down to start for Georgia.
Down first base, number 9, Emily Leggett.
So Leggett finds herself up with 2 down in the 6th. Leggett 1 for 2 today. Last time up, she doubled in the 4th. Helping score Chatfield that was ahead of her. Hit sharply back to Walters. It goes off of Walters. High throw over. Digby able to make the play. All smiles there from the sophomore out of Mansfield, Georgia. Will step into the right side. Burnett going to pick up just her 3rd at-bat of the season here. The interesting part about it, 2 at-bats, 1 home run. That time, swings through the off-speed. Burnett quickly finds herself down 0-2. Burnett stays alive, fouls it back. The 0-2 pitch bounces in. Hit over to the third base dugout. Burnett stays alive. If this score holds and Georgia's able to hold on, Virginia Tech and the Bulldogs would split 1-1 this weekend in the series. But it would also give the Hokies their first ranked loss. They're 2-0-1. They had a tie game against Auburn, but also beat them. This outside can't get the call. And when asking earlier in the week, Coach Pete DeMoore about the non-conference schedule and scheduling stronger opponents, he says it's all in to try to prepare for conference season, but also raise the RPI. Outside corner, Burnett goes down. And so certainly ranked wins versus Georgia and Auburn on the road in their place will certainly help the RPI there. But Georgia looking to pick up a ranked win of their own, trying to beat the Hokies today. It's Ellie Armistead that steps back in. And for these Hokies, it's a very quick start to the season. They'll play Notre Dame and open up ACC play starting next weekend. For the Hokies, it's 3 weeks, and then boom, you're into conference season, where we'll juxtapose tomorrow's matchup for Georgia, which is Dartmouth. They didn't open the season until this weekend, so very, very different scheduling model in both leagues. Either way, both teams find themselves in Athens.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap.
The 1-2 Armistead hits one high in the air behind first base. Coming over is Fagan. Nice grab by Fagan, who gets out number 2. Fagan showing off some of the athleticism. We've talked about it from the Hokies, that they have athletic players all up and down the roster. Fagan's dad was a fourth-round pick of the 49ers, won 2 Super Bowls, made an All-Pro team, made a name for himself. But Cameron Fagan making a name for herself as she's been an All-ACC second or third team member the past 3 years. And you can see with plays like that why Fagan is getting those all-conference nods. Go back to the circle, an 0-1 count. Goodnight takes this outside. So 1-1. Up and outside. 2-1. Grind looking to find one more out, and then the Hokies to try to mount a rally. Finds the strike zone again, push the count full. Goodnight hits it sharply to Fagan. 2 nice outs from Cameron Fagan that inning. If you were with us last night, you saw the Hokies come up with a big win, and now Georgia trying to respond and get a win of their own. It's Kylie Aldridge that leads it off for the Hokies. Due up in the orders, 8-9-1. It's been a back-and-forth game, but it was the Lindy Ray Davis 3-run home run in the 5th inning that proves to be the difference right now. Hit sharply over to third. Nice play by Mosley, who picks it up. And Digby just couldn't make the scoop at first. The leadoff runner gets on in Aldridge for the Hokies. We're going to see a new runner come into the game here for the Hokies. And so Zoe Yeager will come in to run.
Pitching for the Hokies, number 2, Trinity Martin.
And so we'll also see Trinity Martin come in to pinch hit. We saw Martin come in to pinch hit last night and he came up with a huge 2 RBI hit. Can she deliver another clutch hit for the Hokies? She'll have to do it with a 1-1 count now. So Martin takes that one, 2-1 now. Walters to Martin. Martin, big swing and a miss. Even up the count at 2. Leadoff runner gets on. Pinch runner over at first. Martin just gets a piece, fouls it off. And a swing and a miss. Walters picks up. 1 down in the inning. So we're going to have a bit of a correction. It was not a pinch runner that comes in at first. Zoe Yeager does not come in. It's actually Aldridge that stays at first, so no pinch runner for her. The substitution was for Annika Rose that we saw. It was Trinity Martin that came in. So a bit of a correction there as we go back to the top. Emma Ritter comes in. Ritter today, pretty productive day. 2 for 3. Has a home run in the 3rd and a single in the 5th. .71, best on best as Ritter swings through. Up and in, Ritter takes that. So runner on first. Virginia Tech just looking to get another runner on. That tying run stands in the on-deck circle. Ritter puts the bat out and pops it over to Kuma at second. Georgia 1 out away from picking up their first victory of the weekend. It was a bit of a question mark. How was Georgia going to respond? They picked up their first loss of the season last night. But Virginia Tech, a very, very capable team, a very good team that we've seen make a deep postseason runs in the last few years. And this team certainly has expectations and aspirations to make another deep run, are the Hokies. It's been 2 solid teams, 2 ranked teams matching up in Athens, and it's been a great series so far this weekend. Addie Green swings and fouls that off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 outside, good plate discipline from Addie Green to lay off of the off-speed pitch. The 2-1. Green holds back again, 3-1 the count goes to. Addie Green looking for a chance to get on base, extend the game, and bring the tying run to the plate. The 3-1. Green lifts it into left field. Chambly comes over and she just can't get in there in time. That ball was tailing away from Chambly and just not enough time to get down there and put a glove on it. And so a defensive change that also happened is we saw Sarah Gordon, who's now behind the plate for Georgia. She came in as a defensive replacement. And there she has the meeting, 1 strike away. The 3-2. Green lines this to center field over Goodnight's head. The throw comes into the plate, and Gordon not able to get the tag down in time as Aldridge scores from first, and the tying run now comes to the plate. Addie Green with an absolute rocket off the bat that goes above Goodnight's head, ends up as an RBI double, and the tying run now at the plate in Cameron Fagan. Fagan takes outside. So Addie Green extends the game on a 3-2 count, and the Hokies aren't done yet. Fagan lays off the off-speed, 2-0. That pitch just off the plate. Looking for the call was Georgia fans. They didn't get it. 3-0. And the Hokies just won't quit. The 3-0 pitch, Fagan takes for a strike. Three-1. Outside, ball 4. The 5-pitch walk to Fagan brings up Corey McMillan. We're going to see the infield come in here for Georgia and just talk amongst themselves, as now Coach Tony Baldwin will take the walk out and have a meeting of his own. It was Addie Green that extended the game with the double. Fagan keeps the game going herself with the walk, and this brings up the go-ahead run to the plate and Corey McMillan. Now the Virginia Tech fans here in Athens starting to make a little noise of their own. Coach Tony Baldwin said it himself last night. These two teams felt like they were playing a later season game. Similar feelings again today. McMillan stands in the box, Walters in the circle. Finds the outside part of the zone, 0-1 to start. Gordon does a nice job of keeping it in front of her. Count goes to 1-1. This one taken down low. So McMillan goes ahead in the count, 2-1. Big 2-1 pitch. Hit through the middle into center field, where Goodnight comes up throwing, and the runner had to be held at third in Addie Green. So the Hokies keep it going. They go station to station. And it brings up Bree Peck. Bree Peck, the All-ACC second team member in 2022 and 2023. First pitch swinging, lifted into the air. Chamblee comes over and calls off Armistead. The Georgia Bulldogs hold on for a 7-5 victory. That'll do it for us here in Athens. We'll be back in about 30 minutes for game number 2.